So good afternoon, people. Um, just wanted to show off my grunt style jacket, new jacket that I just got. I'm proud to call myself a grunt, um, and I'm supporting a local community, a local company, here stationed in San Antonio, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud to give back to them because they started at the bottom just like any other company. But what I'm coming up with today is supporting your mom and pop shops. That's who needs help. Um, we're in difficult times, and as we have seen this year, a lot of foreclosures, a lot of evictions, and these mom and pop shops. These people saved up their life savings to come from nothing to get to where they're at now, have their own shop. You're talking about barbershops, you're talking about restaurants, you're talking about donut shops, you're talking about whatever business they have created, and now they're about to be locked down again because as we now have a president, President Biden, his plan is to lock us down again. And, of course we got to support that. That's our president. But is that really the answer? Is that the answer to lock us down and people on minimum wage and people who open up their own shops to be foreclosed, to be evicted? But yet you got multi-billion-dollar companies. I'm talking about McDonald's. I'm talking about Burger Kings. You're talking about Starbucks. Because my fat ass needs a Big Mac. My fat ass needs a caramel macchiato, and they're considered essential. Let's keep them open, but let's not. These mom and pop shops are going to suffer because the risk of this virus, this so-called dangerous virus, is going to kill me if I go in one of these mom and pop shops. They're the ones with the virus, but yet these McDonald's, Burger King, Starbucks, oh, hey man, let's keep them open. They don't have a virus. They're good as long as you wear a mask prior to you sitting down on the table. You're good. You'll survive. So that's the plan. The plan is to lock us down and let these people suffer more foreclosures, more evictions. And you're talking about people who are going to sit at home trying to figure out how they're going to pay their next month's rent, their next month's mortgage, their next month's light bill, something so simple, um, putting gas in their car, feeding their family. And it's dear to my heart because it's going to affect my family. It affected my family last year, or this year, I'm sorry, and I had to, put up money to help them out, to bring them up and pay their mortgage, pay their rent. And it's going to happen again next year, for who knows how long, 2, 3, 6 months, who knows. And a lot of people are going to miss out on the opportunity to be successful. And I stress this, as a country, we need to come together to help these companies thrive by selling them out, by buying out whatever they're selling, by going to their businesses as much as we can, so that way they can survive. They can have this cushion that they can rely on starting 2021 when we're locked down again. They can survive on this cushion for who knows how much of a lockdown it's going to happen. But we need to help them out and put up more money into their restaurants, their businesses, whatever it is, so that way they can survive and they can be proud of where they came and the struggles they had to go through to get to where they're at. And it hurts me because I see it. I've seen it. I see foreclosure signs. I see some of these restaurants that you're like, man, I missed that hole in the wall restaurant, and it's no longer there. And again, we're gonna do it again next year and hurt these businesses. Man, we need to wake up, people. And our president's great plan of locking us down is not the answer. I think we need to wake up these congressmen, these government employees, government people that make the rules, the laws, and regulations to help these people out. Like, a loan to survive is not an answer, because they're now going to have to pay double as soon as this comes back out. Like, you're not helping us out by sending us a check in the mail. We're just going to have to pay it back in taxes. Like, how does that make sense? Uh, Keep us open, because it keeps that dream, the American dream, open as well. And I think that's what we need to focus on, is on these American dream. As a government employee, as a government, as a serviceman, service member, I will continue to survive because my paycheck continues to roll through. I'll still have a check. I'll still have a salary to go home to. And no matter how you lock me down, I'll still continue to be able to pay my bills. But there is a lot of millions of people who will suffer, and yet we're okay with that because of this dangerous virus. We're scared of this 99% survivability virus to affect us. I'm not saying this virus isn't real, people. It is. It's well and alive. But is it really enough to kill somebody's American dream? Is it really something that a lot of people come from other countries to live this American dream, and their dreams are going to get shot down once again? So I say to you, and I tell you to stay motivated and just continue to go in these mom and pop shops and sell them out. Grunt style might not be these mom and pop shops, but it once was. It started off at zero, and now it's probably a multi-million-dollar company. I'm not throwing numbers out for them, but it is, and I'm not advertising for them either. It's you just have to look at where people have started and where people will go. And right now, people are gonna get started and not go far at all to another lockdown. So it's all in God's hands. All I do is pray about it, and in hopes that we can come out of this alive and well. And those of you who are suffering with the virus, I feel for you. I've had family members close to me suffer with the virus, and all I did was pray. You don't obviously they don't send you home with medication. They just say, "Oh, quarantine, and you'll be okay." Okay, quarantine it is. But is that the answer? Is that the answer to everything? Quarantine? That seems to be like the word of the year, quarantine. Another lockdown, people. Is that the answer?